Live and direct. It's Sway in the morning.
Right here on Shade 45.
People magazine has called you the voice of experience. And I think that's why a lot of people look at you just for inspiration. And thank you for that. A lot of you've had accolades with Glamour magazine, and the list goes on. One of the things your stance is, your expertise is women power and leadership. And I love that you say once women stand in their power and walk with intention, they can lead unlimited lives. I want to talk about that. What are some things that you could tell women to stand with intention?
In 2008, I was asked by Elle magazine to write an article on women running for office.
Mm-hmm.
And I somehow thought it was going to be this nice piece about all the organizations that help women run for office now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have Emily's List, and we have Democrats and Republicans and nonpartisan, all kind. Whoever you are, you can find a group that will help you run for office if you're a woman.
Right.
What I discovered was, however, after I interviewed the heads of all those organizations, that the real story was women weren't running for office. That women are actually 40 to 50% less likely to ever even think about running for office.
Why do you think that?
And a man will get up in the morning, all these people said to me,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll look at themselves in the mirror and say, I believe I'll run for Senate. And they will not question whether they're qualified.
Mm.
They will not question whether they are entitled. A woman will say, I'm interested, but maybe I need to learn something first. I probably should know what I'm doing. I probably should take a course. I probably should work in some campaigns. And by the time she gets around to running, that man is already the committee chair, setting the agenda.
You think we're overcautious?
So I think we are risk averse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we wisely don't like some of the kind of nastiness that goes on, that we see going on in politics. But unfortunately, the only way we can fix it is to get into it.
Right.
And then we can change the game. And that's why I'm so committed to helping women to find their power, stand in it, and then walk with intention. And I believe the difference really is the level of intention that we grow up with and our socialization. Even today, even now that women are told you can be anything and do anything, still men bounce out of the womb knowing that the world is their oyster.
Yeah.
And women still are socialized to care first about what other people think about them.
Right.
And so they think about other people before they think about their own intentionality.
Let's talk about this new initiative that you have with Take the Lead. You're co-founder with Amy Litzenberger. Let's talk about the new webinars that you have coming up, and why you started this. Because you're all over the world talking to different organizations. Why Take the Lead now?
Well, because when I wrote No Excuses, and when I started looking into why it was so important at this moment in time for women to step into our power, and that we have so much more power than we actually use. I mean, we buy 85% of the consumer products. I mean, that's economic power. That's huge.
Absolutely.
I could go statistic after statistic like that. And so I just have this passion in my heart that I want women to know how much power and capability we really have in our hands.
Yeah.
And so after I wrote No Excuses, people started asking me to teach it and to do workshops from it. And then that led my colleague, Amy Litzenberger, and me one day to just say, well, you know, women have been stuck at less than 20% of the top leadership positions across all sectors, politics and business and everywhere for 20 years. You know what needs to be done to change that. Why don't you just do it? So I said, okay, but we have to do it fast, because I've been an activist for women now for 40 years. And I would love to live another 70 years, which is the current trajectory that we're on to reach parity. But I can't. So we're going to have to make it go faster. And that's why we decided that Take the Lead would put a stake in the ground and say we're going to prepare and propel women and inspire them to reach their fair and equal share of top leadership positions by 2025.
Why 2025?
For exactly that reason. It was like, it's a good number.
Yeah.
And I can live that long.
Yes.
I can't live another 70 years, which is the trajectory we are now on.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.